Hi there! In this video, we're going to look at 8 tips for giving great online presentations. Are you ready to get started? Let's go! Tip number 1 is to simplify your slides. Always design simple, easy to read slides. Place text in the center instead of at the edges of the slides because they may not display correctly on your audience's screens. Also, consider creating high contrast and visually appealing slides. They are easier to read for your virtual audience. Tip number 2 is to do your technical prep. We all know that things can go wrong when technology is involved. With this in mind, focus on what you can control, and this may include using as reliable an internet connection as you can, having a backup laptop on hand, downloading a PDF of your slides in case your slides don't load, closing unnecessary applications to free up your bandwidth, and getting familiar with the platform you're using before your presentation. Tip number 3 is to set the scene. When presenting with your video on, ensure that your space is tidy and portrays a professional image. Even a plain wall behind you is better than yesterday's laundry in the background. Depending on the platform you're using, you can consider applying a background image or blurring your surroundings. Tip number 4 is to look the part. Wear clothes that you would wear if you were presenting in person. This means ditching your pajamas, vests, and hoodies for the day. Avoid patterned and shiny shirts or tops. Something plain and smart works best. A tie and/or jacket can take it to the next level. Tip number 5 is to light up your face. Consider having a desk lamp next to you for some extra lighting. This will allow your audience to see your facial expressions. Avoid throwing shade and your presentation will be lit. Tip number 6 is to make sure they can hear you and only you. Limit background noise as best you can. You should use a private room with the door closed and perhaps alert your family or housemates that you are giving an important presentation. If you have a pair of headphones or a headset, you should use this to further eliminate unwanted background noise. Tip number 7 is to look them in the eye. Make sure that you look at the camera of your device as often as you can. Try raise your camera so it is eye level. Avoid any awkward angles and double chins. Sit up straight, smile, and connect with your audience as best you can. The 8th and final tip is to regularly re-engage your audience's attention. We all know that attention spans vary during online calls and presentations. Keep your audience engaged by asking for feedback, asking questions, and giving them activities or things to think about as you speak. Finally, keep your own energy up and give the kind of presentation that you yourself would want to attend. All the best, and we'll see you online.